everyone, it's me. And today, friends, we are playing another quick draft, but this time it's an Aetherdrift before we pop back over to Dragonstorm. Because I still have a lot of drafts in other formats, and I want to share them with you. So that's what we're doing this week. And without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off strong, we have a mythic rare. So this one is one of those like gods that has the contingencies for when they can actually attack and block and things. We got the one that wants a bunch of stuff to be exiled, which in draft, like say what you will, but it could be a little bit difficult to pull off. So instead, I grab an uncommon that I think is just like a really strong uncommon because it gets bigger when you discard cards, and that is really easy to do in Aetherdrift. So we got really lucky getting the rare that cares about discarding cards after that. Get a little bit of a reward, if you will, and then we got a really sweet interaction piece that can get rid of most problematic creatures. And we got it again. Look at us go. So we have discard effects on cards. We have abilities on creatures. There's also cycling. So we should have like a pretty okay time if we do decide we want to stick with like a discard theme. Like, is it's just really strong with that, as I'm sure you guys know. So that's what we're doing, and we're just kind of picking up like the end pieces here. I'm okay taking multiple Howler's Heavies, because the -3/-0 is kind of nice to either save your creature, like kill theirs, if it would be a trade, instead you keep yours. So I'm cool with it. And we're just picking up some of the end pieces now for pack 1. I should say this is a quick draft, so instead of like a normal premiere draft, I don't gotta wait for players to pass them packs, and I can also take as long as I want. So it's really nice. Like the pacing feels a little bit better here. So I'm reading this card just because like I haven't seen it before, and I think it's got kind of like a cool flavor to it, but it's like it's not quite what we're going for. I just feel like it would be really hard to pull off, just like the god. So instead, I'm looking around at other pieces that would synergize well with what we already have. And we got a vehicle that lets us discard and draw. So that's nice. And then here, I'm looking at some of the other like interaction pieces we can get, because I don't see anything else that gives us a boost when we draw and discard, or discard and draw, whichever way, depending on the triggers. So I know the 4/1 creature is an uncommon, but I'm just not like super interested in him. Like I don't think I've ever picked it. And I think that's just because like he's got like a big amount of power, so he can trade with a lot of stuff, but that's kind of all he's good for, unless you're using that power to like crew vehicles, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like there's just other creatures that like have text on them that aren't vanilla that are just like more useful. Of course, I'm sure someone out there disagrees with me. And they're like, no, he puts in tons of work. What are you talking about? So, got some more discard effects. So the interesting thing is like we have a ton of ways to discard and draw, but we really only have 2 things that care when stuff gets discarded. We have a 1-drop creature and the artifact. So it'll be interesting to see how this deck actually comes together. And here I looked at the rare, which lets you like clone a creature basically. But I do think that like this Spike Shell Harrier just seems to like outperform most of the time it's played. And definitely when it's played against me, I feel like it's usually like a good piece to just keep you off balance enough for the opponent to punch through. So I actually decided to pick it instead of the clone effect. Ooh, we got our dual land, that's kind of cool. Or we can get a crash and burn. There's that 4-1 again, and another crash and burn. It's like, why didn't I just grab the dual land? It's like, because I had no idea. So here, we're just picking up some more pieces. Nothing like super notable. Some of them feel like filler, and some of them seem like they're just more pieces that could fill up a deck, but we're actually at a point where like we're ready to make cuts because we have way more cards than will allow us 17 lands, and that's okay. So we have 3 copies of the Keen Buccaneer at this point, and we're just picking up the crumbs at the end. So I hope all y'all out there are having a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, or whenever it is that you get around to keeping me company. And now we're going to decide on what cards I would like to keep in the deck. So give past me a minute and I will come back when she has made her decisions. Okay, here we go with the final form of what we're taking to our first game. So we kept the Marauding Macau or Mako, and as well as the Monument to Endurance, because those are the 2 pieces that actually shine when we discard cards. Everything else is just kind of like, I guess, good cards, or hopefully they're good. So we have the Gilded Goda. We have 2 of them. So hopefully we'll be able to make some treasure. And I think actually the Spire mech cycle is going to be another like possible close out the game piece, because it's our one, I would say, creature vehicle that's like actually gonna potentially get big, because with the mounts and the other vehicles it can come in with a lot of counters, and it has haste. So that's what we have. And then besides that, it's just like a lot of cycle or discard things to try to go find our interaction pieces to keep our opponent's board clear. Like we have 2 Crash and Burns, 2 Broadside Barrages, we have 2 Howlers Heavies, we have a Fuel the Flames, although I don't know like how often that's gonna go off well. But yeah, we're gonna see if having 2 to 3 cards that are like really good at taking advantage of the discard is enough, because we didn't get any of the blue 2-cost flyers that get counters whenever you discard. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into it. Here we go. We got both our colors and 3 lands, which I'm happy about. We also happened to get our 1-drop creature. Super exciting, since we did pick him to kind of build the deck around. It's nice to see him. And we're actually going to curve out really well here, because we got the 1-drop, the 2-drop, We have options on 3 drops. If we draw a land, we have a 4-cost spell that, like, if we wanted to, we could play on time. With removal, it's interesting to think of it as, like, on curve, because sometimes you don't want to crack it off right away. But, yeah, we'll just, see how this goes. Play our Vigilance creature. It can get bigger. And it looks like we're playing against a Rakdos deck. Chamo, what you doing? Dr. Dino. Okay. So the thing I don't like about that creature over there is that it gets double strike, and it's like I understand I could wait and I could like do it on their turn. But I kind of want to do it now so that I can swing in for more damage and just keep that pressure on. So we're subscribing to the Be Aggressive clan. Hooray! Okay. Sure. And we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Didn't get a land, which is why it kind of sucks I cycled away my other one. But I feel like when I don't cycle away my lands, I just draw more of them. Maybe that's just me only noticing it. But yeah, we were kind of greedy and we were like, nah, we want our spells. A Nazir creature. I could just swing and use the exhaust ability on my Vigilance creature. But this kind of lets us set up nicely for that, so we're actually going to take a turn off from mercilessly pounding them in the face. Which may or may not be a good thing, because when you take a turn off, they have a chance to do something and like stabilize a little bit, which is potentially rough. So now if we activate the exhaust ability, we get to draw an extra card. And that could be like super helpful. The nice thing about exhaust abilities is we can do it on their turn too. So for a second here, we're gonna play at instant speed. Look at us go. And we're off. Got 2 lands. We'll pitch an island, because we really just need a mountain. Both our creatures get bigger. Woohoo! And we got another land. Putting down the Slick Imitator. I think I'm winding up because we could, next turn with 5 lands, we could copy, crash, and burn, and just, like, clear their board. Which is pretty cool. So for now, we wait. Rough. Oh, but they played it on my turn, so their own creature hurts them. Okay. Okay. Sure. They're in kind of a precarious spot here. They did kill my one creature that can threaten to, like, easily block theirs. Or both of theirs, though. Like, the 3/3 Arcane Buccaneer can handle, but the 4 toughness creature on their board we can no longer handle easily. So they think. So they hope. They play nothing? but I had a counter spell. Okay, well. Let's do this. I'm thinking. I'm thinking very hard. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Oh, okay. They knew what was happening. Good game. And we're on to our second game. We kept the hand. I like it. We got 3 lands in both of our colors. And we have a couple things we can play. We don't necessarily have any discard pieces, but we'll find them. Alright. First things first, we're gonna make some treasure. Get him. Okay. First blood to us. Let's see what they have. Nothing. Nothing that we know of. Curious. We're gonna saddle. That's right. We're going to attack. Sweet. Pretty nice. Everything's going swimmingly. Play our Monument of Endurance. Do I want to end turn? I do. But you could draw and discard. Maybe, oh. Yeah. Let's just counter their spell. Keep the board clear. Why not? Ooh. I kinda like that draw. Yeah. Go get him. Pretty sweet. So now we can trigger Monument of Endurance with our draw discard effect on the Keen Buccaneer. And your 3/3 will no longer save you. Crash and... Alright. Interesting to do that. But, okay. Coming in for the treasure. And then... play Kickoff Celebration. Okay. Yes. Ooh, we want to do lots of discarding and drawing today. Sweet. Get rid of our island. Draw 2. And then what do we want? We're gonna draw another card. We make a second one. Pitch the island. Draw 2. And we're kind of okay on mana production at the moment. What you got? What do you got? That's kind of rough. They definitely didn't want that on a clear board. Oh, sweet, a land. We can play our hasty boy if we want. It's like so many options. And we're just gonna keep their board clear. So on the attack here, oh, they saw it too. Good game. I was gonna say we could exhaust the Buccaneer, give it the 1 extra power to do lethal. Only islands, you say? Do I like that? Do I want that? And only 2 of them. Woof, woof. Okay. Coming in for that 1 damage. Oh boy. Hey, there's a mountain. So it's like, do I want to hold up the counter spell, or do I want to play my creature? And we decide. We'll play the creature next turn, it's fine. Removal. No creature for you. Alright. We have options. Play our little guy. And then with the equipment in our hand, if we play that next turn, like this guy every time we attack is just gonna get a 1/1 counter. If he lives. They moused over him, so I'm suspicious. Oh, okay, he lives. When this enters, make a 2/2. That's pretty good. On this board, that's pretty good. Okay, I don't know why they had to ultra saddle him. Oh, because his saddle is 3. Okay. Alright. Now he's a doo-doo. No land. I'm going for that greed play. I decide not to attack because then if they want to hit me and not trade a creature, then they would like have to tap both their creatures to saddle the thing. Whereas if I swing, they can hit me with all 4 of theirs and it's more damage, so there's that. I don't know why they saddled that way when they could hit me with the first strike and not even offer a trade. Maybe they really want me to trade. Oh? Ah. The greed play was too greedy. Okay, now what? What do we want? I could do the broadside barrage. Take something out. Da-da-da. And now we have an okay blocker. Look at that. Just swinging. I would say they have something. The question is, do I want to make them use it? Or do I want my creature? Okay, we opt for no blocks. We're gonna take 5 and go to 9. Okay. And then, jeez. That's a big creature. Other artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. I haven't seen a single artifact creature from them. Not one. So we have options. We have things we can do. Okay. Thinking about it. Because they spent their whole turn to cast that creature, so it's like if we bounce it, then we kind of put them back a whole turn. And that gives us a second here. Oh, I see. So instead of making them replay it, if we bounce the token, they're further away from being able to crew their big creature. But with a crew of 6, all they have to do is play a 3/3. Like that. And now they have a 6/10. So that may have not been like the best option on my part. I wouldn't do that, but okay. La la, discard a card. Okay, we're discarding the vehicle. Drawing 2. This is what I'm talking about with if I choose to not do it with the land, this happens. Just draw them lands. I think attacking here was a poor choice. So lots of poor choices were made in this game. But we're learning through retrospection, I guess you could call it. Sure. Target creature gains a lifelink at indestructible. Okay. Poor choices. Now they're gonna crew the big guy. And they're gonna hit me for 8. Good job. Yeah, that's right. Poor choices. Alright, next game. 3 lands, and both our colors. And something to do on turn 2 and turn 3. I am okay with this, I think. Yep, I'm okay with it. Ooh, something else to do on turn 2 as well. That's cool. They play a 3-1. Let's play a 1-3. Okay. I feel like they have to have something. Redshift. Okay. The exhaustibility on him is pretty good. No attacks from me, and we wait and see what happens. Playing at instant speed. Okay. Block the 3-1. +4/+4. Howler's Heavy cannot help with that. But we have a broadside barrage that can do something. I kind of like using it there because it's like they lose their creature and their pump effect. So that's nice. And then this is what I get for pitching the land. Being greedy. Whenever you activate an exhaust ability, draw a card. Maybe we should play the creature first. Yeah. We too have a 2/3 vigilance creature. I can threaten to double block theirs and kill it, you know, unless they have like another combat trick. And now we can't threaten. Okay, I'm definitely blocking though. If the game will agree with me on that logic. Okay. Alright. and we wait. Still doing instant speed. Yeah, I think we'll counter that. I don't feel like discarding a card right now. I love their persistence on maybe they'll be too lazy to click the blocking action. And I can just, like, actually hit them for 2. And now we have a vehicle that can take out their creature if they attack again, which is kind of nice. Okay. Okay. Instant or sorcery? I'm good. I like the check to make sure. That's funny. Got nothing but information. Okay. Shall block, as always. Another land. So I have options. It's an exhaust ability, so if I activate it, I draw a card. Plus it's a big boy with haste. Activate the exhaust, tap our 1 vehicle, draw a card. Now it's a 6/5. So they can trade all 3 of their creatures if they want. They do not want. Alright. Coming in. Coming in hot. We'll take out one of their things. Oh, they have a 3/3. Okay. So if they stuff both their creatures in front of mine, they'll think they'll trade. I don't know if they want to do that though. You left your 1/1 back to jump block potentially. Maybe they will next turn, I don't know. Okay. Draw 2. Another mountain. That's cool. Just fill up that board. Being nothing but difficult for them. That's a good creature. Oh, and they quit. Okay. Good game. On to the next. We have 3 lands, both our colors. Ooh. It's pretty okay. Like, we don't have a creature until turn 3, but like, we have stuff to do. We can set up. Fuel the flames. They're scrying. Okay. Let us see what we can scrounge up. Discard a land? Yes. So we're crimped to only 1 blue mana, but it doesn't seem to be a bother for us at the moment. It might be later. Interesting. They are instants, I don't have to do it now. But do I want to play a creature? That's the question. Fuel the Flames actually looks good. Look at that. Excellent. Yes. Perfect. Oh. Sweet. Play our very own Bean Buccaneer. Okay, drawing cards. That's not bad. And we got an island. Okay, don't block. Excellent. We'll just take the 2 to 3. It's fine. Alright. We're going to wait. Because I have a feeling we'd have to activate the exhaust ability in response to them activating it just so our creature doesn't die. But I think I want to use my blue mana, / mana in general, for something else. Kind of want to see what they're gonna do. Might as well axe it. Discard a card. We'll just stay crimped on a blue mana, I guess. That's rough. Double strike and prowess. That's so intense. I think we should get rid of it. You know? Yeah. Seems like a good choice. Ooh. What would we like to discard today? I would have discarded the vehicle. It's been sitting in our hand doing nothing because we have no creatures. But that's just me. Hey, our creature's back. Sure, let's play him. Why not? Nope, they don't like that. Okay. Alright. I'm getting a little low on life to do weird greed plays. I realize it's instant speed, so I could do this on their turn. But I think I wanted to do it before they could tap it to crew in response. On their turn. Alright. A little creature. Little something something. Crew 1. Okay. And then next turn we can play the Spire Motorcycle. Use the exhaust ability. Give it a 1/1 counter. Boosted Sloop does have Menace, which is kind of cool. Never mind, it's going away forever. Sure. Okay, they have a creature. And they're activating the exhaust ability now. Okay. Alright. Alright. We have a 3/4. Okay. Four or 5 with lifelink. Great. I guess we're going to 3. Now they can just attack around us. That's nice. Okay. There's another blue. Might as well just play some cards. And we'll see what they do. I'm sure they'll just crew that thing and then attack us. That's what I would do. The way they're doing that before I actually crew it. Alright, good game. Alright, last game a lot of greedy mistakes were made, but we're moving on from that. So here we have 3 lands in both our colors. Some pretty good 3-cost things. I guess we'll keep it. We got some stuff to do on turn 2, it's not the worst. We're just kind of waiting and plotting. See, they're playing Selesnya so far. They have a defender. Alright, so the pressure's not on. I'll take it with my sad, slow little hand. Get a creature out there on my side. And we'll see what happens. I have no idea what they're doing. They have a 3/3 flyer. That's rough for us. We don't have a good way to handle that. Okay. They want to hit us for 3. And do nothing else. Okay. I left up my counterspell. But I guess they don't have anything. Let's play the monument. Da-da-da. Oh. One of them will get around their defender. Or both. Jeez. I guess they didn't want to risk it. The 0/4. Okay. We're okay with taking 3 instead of cycling our Howler. But it's because I'm like, you're playing green-white and you have a bunch of mana open. Like, I keep thinking they're gonna play a big creature. Yeah, let's draw a card. Sweet. There's our land. Okay. What would we like to do? There's so many choices. So many options. I mean, since they were scared of blocking this time, or last time, maybe they'll just let us hit them again this time. But even if they don't, like, one of our creatures will get through. Oh. Their timer. Only to activate abilities. Okay. Alright. Tied life totals. I wonder if they're like a 3-color deck and they just don't have their 3rd color. Ooh. It's a good card. What would I like to do? Like, yeah, let's just turn cards in the damage at this point. It's fine. Hello. There we go. And they're still doing nothing. If you have nothing to do, could you at least be quick about it? Jeez. Like, literally nothing, and they're taking up time. Sweet. Pressure's on. Nice. Now we can bounce their defender and we have lethal. Da-da-da. I'm really glad I chose this card over the Spikeshell Harrier over the rare clone. Okay. Only 2 lands. At least they're both of our colors. I decide to keep... Okay, we drew a 3rd land. That makes me less anxious, I guess you could say. Oh, that makes my little map look slightly less great. A 2/2 blocker that can just come back. Oh, the Mutant Surveyor is really good. This might be a rough play for us. I decided to block here because it's like, when is that thing ever gonna attack? They have a 2/3 that can be pumped. Oh, okay. Another little Rakdos deck. No, we're not blocking because we know you can pump it. And they have a 2nd one. It's such a good card, honestly. Okay, no land for us. We do have a kill spell. We could attack, and then if they block, we could use the exhaust ability on our creature. So, like, I actually probably should have attacked there. But I chose not to. We're gonna force him to pump. You want to use all your mana? Okay. There's one. That's it, huh? Now what? What you got? They're just gonna pump the other one. Uh-huh. That's right, you keep your lands, girl. Have you learned about being greedy yet? Maybe. Sweet. Alright. Alright. I like this play. Go poke him in the eye. Okay. Counterspell. Excellent. Three mana murder artifact spell. I think not. They're reading it like they wish reading it made it disappear. It doesn't work like that. Oh, they're so upset. Look at them. I'm gonna exile my creature. I have a backup plan. It's called the exact same card. That's so annoying. Alright, go get him. Now we're tied. Yay, tied life totals. Okay. This creature gets +1/+0. They just have all the creatures that, like, you pump. And they're almost at max speed, which means that thing almost has double strike. I have options here. But we're gonna do some exhaust abilities and draw some cards. And I think we're just gonna stick with the be aggressive plan. Because if they pump their creature, it still doesn't do enough. Very nice. And I don't mind if they hit me. I'll mind after they hit me, because when they have max speed, that thing has double strike, but I don't mind right now. Oh, okay. They're getting rid of it. Alright. That's kind of a neat removal spell if you're in, like, a mill deck. Alright, now that creature is a problem. It wasn't before, but it is now. I have options, though. And they have all their cards turned on to, like, exile to draw. I would personally just bounce their creature, but... I definitely would have kept that. But that's okay. I'm just, undermining my past self. It's fine. At this point, I'm like, you know what? If you pump your creature all out and hit me with it, like, I'll just win. It's fine. I'll just threaten you into not poking me. Okay. Yeah, bounce it. Away with your blocker. So I don't have lethal this turn because I spent the mana to bounce it, but it's still gonna hurt. Two attacks? I fully expect them to have something. Okay, never mind. That's what they have? That was it? That's so rough. Alright, good game. Okay. 2 lands and only 1 color is, rough. Okay, we got both our colors, but we didn't get more than 2 lands. Okay. We'll just pitch our most expensive card and hope for the best. Green. Green is rough for us. A 5/4. That's a lot. You know you can use that at instant speed, right? Okay. So the reason I didn't want to use it at instant speed, and I should have held that back to block, is because I think they had like a combat trick or something. And I didn't want them to use it in response to me doing damage-based removal. Is like ultimately what that was. And I think it was also like, I know the treasure's good, but I think it was silly to attack there because I don't really need the treasure. I would rather hold back the 2/2 so I can trade with the 4/2. Because that's a lot of damage. Ugh. Okay. It's instant speed, don't use it. You can poke them with the 1/1 if, or the 1/3 if you want, just don't use it. Thinking really hard about this. You don't need the treasure. Stop it. Ugh. This is going downhill pretty fast. This is hard to watch. That's okay though. You know, it's quite a few games in. It's late at night. Probably tired. The classic. Okay. Cycle it up. I don't know if I like cycling there. I feel like playing that creature, like just having a 3/4 on the board, would have actually been really nice. Don't. Unless you're killing the 2/2. Okay, good. I think it's still pretty dumb to do this, but okay. They're just gonna play something else and crew the dang thing. Wow, another one. Play the mountain, do it again. Mana is not our problem. Okay. Alright, we're holding back that horse. Finally. I only took like 8 damage too much. That's pretty bad. why you should have kept the crash and burn. Mistakes were made. Yeah, exhaust it, draw a card. See if you can draw out of this. Excellent. We don't love seeing that. Play the horse. Play the vehicle. End the turn. Exhaust, you can do it instant speed. It's okay. I'm just double checking. I know that's what I'm doing. Okay. Alright. Well, if they... oh, okay. Alright, good game. I've seen enough. Like, we could struggle on for another turn, but I don't think it would save us. Alright. Well, that's it. We got 5 games in before we lost 3 times. 2 of our losses were pretty silly, but, you know, we're learning, so it's okay. And here's the deck one more time if you want to see it. And if you want to see me perform better with less silly plays, you can check out the draft that I have up on Patreon this week. It's still Aetherdrift, but it's Absan instead, totally different colors, pretty cool. And then next week, we'll probably put up some more Tarkir Dragonstorm and stay with the times, and we'll just sprinkle in some of the other stuff I have for extra flavor. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I will catch you next time in a brand new video.